Hey, what's going on? My name is Daniel Calderon and welcome back to Corner Talks. Comparing yourself with others. Yes, we all do it. It is part of human nature. We look at someone else's life and we always think the grass is greener on the other side. But I'm here to tell you it is not a healthy mindset. It's not a healthy attitude on how to approach life. I do that myself. I'm guilty of this. I compare myself when I feel I'm out of alignment. I feel that I'm at a low and I feel that I'm very anxious and concerned about what the future might hold. Especially now that we're cooped up at home, we're going through this pandemic, it is tempting to go on social media to see how people are living their lives. And it's easy to get caught up in their highlight reel, which is what I'll discuss later on in this video. And basically what I mean by that is people only showing you the good things, the highlights of their life, the flashy things. And that's not life, that's not real life, we all know it. We all know that we're all human and we all go through our ups and downs. But yet we conceal that from the people that we care about. We conceal that from people that are viewing our content. And because we don't want them to see maybe a vulnerability. Yet there's a strength to that vulnerability. And people, believe it or not, want to see that side of you. They want to see that you're just as human as them. And that there's an underdog story. That there's someone that's trying to figure it out just like they are. Trying to cope with life, cope with all the pain, and the joy that they experience and still come out a well-rounded individual. Having said that, here are some ways that can help you not compare yourself with others. If you've been watching my videos up until now, I've said this before and I'll say it continuously, and that is the present moment is all that should make you content. The present moment is all that we have. We can think about the past, we can think about the future, and as much as it's tempting to wish upon a star and imagine how much better it would be if we just had that thing we desire in the future, the reality is that we only have today. And not to get cynical, not to get morbid, but as proven with this pandemic, it's the reality. There's a lot of people, there is a reading in the article about a teenager passing away, and I think to myself, there are people like that 19 years old, probably had his whole life ahead of him and had so many dreams and aspirations. And he was, trying to do a good thing for his community. And he suffered with this illness and he passed away from the coronavirus. And you think to yourself, where is the justice in that? Where's the logic in that? All he had was the present moment. And the present moment was being content with who you are. You see, when we compare ourselves with others, we strip ourselves from being in the present. We strip ourselves from enjoying what we have currently, what we have right now. And when we strip ourselves from that, we become desensitized and nothing is enjoyable anymore until it's gone. And there's a lot of people that I've talked to where they don't miss something until it's gone. They've been through relationships that they miss either the girlfriend or the boyfriend after the breakup. They've gone through careers. They've gone through family members that have passed away. And they've told me, I've never really appreciated that time with them. I never really appreciated that career. I never really appreciated that relationship I had. And when you think about that, it's because they're not appreciating the moment. They're probably comparing themselves with the past, the future, maybe someone else. And it doesn't work like that. It shouldn't work like that. Life is about the moment, the here and the now. Me doing this video, it's all about right now talking to you, discussing with you my feelings towards not comparing yourself with others, my feelings towards becoming a better individual. It's not about 5 minutes from now, it's not about tomorrow, and it's not about a year from now, it's about right now. And you watching this video, you make it about right now. When you finish the video, you make it about whatever you're pursuing, whatever task is at hand. Never get to the point when you become so consumed about other people's lives that you forget what you have in front of you. I used to believe for a long time that what I saw on social media represented real life. It represented that person living their best life and enjoying all the fruits of it. And it wasn't only until recently, and maybe with this pandemic and a bit of maturity, that I started to understand that what you see on the screen is not a reflection of true happiness. It is what the person wants you to see. It is something that they constructed for themselves, a highlight reel, a demo reel, a portfolio, if you will, of their life, of their creativity, of whatever they've accomplished. And it started to make more sense to me And it was more reassuring to know that whatever was produced on social media was meant to be for positive viewing. It was meant to be for, look at my life, look at what I'm doing, look at what I'm creating. And of course, it's not going to be negatives. Of course, it's not going to be the pitfalls of life. And what I'm trying to get at is to get consumed by social media, to look at it and say, oh, they're living their best life, and everything's perfect, everything's going so smoothly for them, is ludicrous. It is absolutely insane to think that. Every single human being on this planet goes through their own pain, goes through their own insecurities, goes through their own pitfalls. Now, I came to this realization because it is only until you encounter these people in real life that you start to realize their lives are not so much perfect. Their lives are not that much better. They have their own issues, they have their own struggles that they're working around, or that they're trying to go through. And you listen to them, you understand them as a human being from one-on-one. I've always been a big advocate of in-person contact, eye to eye. It's very hard again with this pandemic. I know it's not advised to do it, but when things get better, I highly recommend it compared to social media, because when you're consumed by all that data, by all that content, of course it's easy to think, yeah, their lives are perfect, because social media, that's what it wants you to tell you. It's a highlight reel, it's a portfolio, it's a demo reel, it's whatever word you can place it. It is a place where only the best of the best are shown, only the best of the best. And the reality is that people's lives, a lot of them aren't the best of the best. There are moments that they struggle, there are moments that they're overcoming things that they're personally going through. My point here is that there's no point comparing when you don't even know what the other person is going through. Whether it's an illness, poor career, miserable job, bad relationship, toxic friends, we don't know the other person's life. And to judge them on a post, to judge them because they traveled to another country, they went on vacation, is not appropriate. It's not becoming, and it's not healthy. We're better than that, you're better than that. And I know you can find it in yourself that when you see these posts, remind yourself that it is their life, it is what they're trying to show me, but I have really no idea what they're going through. And in other words, I can't compare myself with them if I really don't know the person inside and out. Instead of being envious, jealous, and comparing yourself with other people's strengths and talents, why don't you identify your own? Yes, I'm challenging you to really think to yourself, what are you good at? Every single person, just like they have their issues and their flaws, has a talent, has strengths. There are people that are really good at speaking. There are people that are really good at writing. There are people that are really good at drawing. There are people that are really good at making sales. Everyone has a talent, and you need to find yours. Instead of wasting that energy, instead of wasting that time, looking on Instagram, looking on YouTube, looking on all these different platforms and seeing other people live their lives and expressing their talents and strengths, I encourage you, channel your energy to make and identify your strengths and your talents. Make the world see what you can offer. Make them realize that you can bring about something new and something different that speaks from your heart. When you decide to focus all your energy on your strengths and your talents, there will be no time to compare yourself with others. You will be so caught up, so proud of yourself, so filled with happiness that you can contribute something to the world, that you can bring value, whether it's your life or even someone else's life. And I'm not talking about making videos, I'm not talking about filmmaking, I'm not talking about what I aspire to do. I'm talking about simple things, cooking, knitting. When you discover a talent, when you discover a strength that no one else can do, or you feel that you really specialize in or really are good at, it's a sense of accomplishment. It's a sense of satisfaction. And when you have those positive feelings in your life, there will be no need to compare yourself with someone else. And you'll start to identify and empathize and realize everyone has different strengths, just like everyone has different flaws. And once you are aware of those things, again, the temptation to compare yourself with others will be limited, because your mind, you're focused just on you, just on those strengths and talents and how you can better them, how you can contribute, and how you can introduce them into maybe someone else's life. Now, a lot of the things that I mentioned before are very much inward thinking. It's about concentrating on you and how you can better your life, and focusing and honing in on your talents and strengths. And now I encourage you to celebrate other people. When you're seeing other people's posts and you're getting consumed with that feeling of why is their life better, or how did they do this? I want you to flip it, and I want you to say, wow, good for them, or that was really inspiring, or that was really creative. I want you to take it to another level. When I see posts on Instagram in the filmmaking community, there was a time when I was very sad, very low, and I would look at these posts and say, I'm never gonna get to this point. I'm never gonna get to this level of creativity because I'm very limited with my resources or maybe financially. And I decided to scrap all that and say, no, I'm happy with what I can create. I am proud of what I've done so far in this moment up until now. And what I see on Instagram will be a teacher, a reminder of the possibilities of when I get to that level of talent. Think to yourself, when you had a time, when someone left you a positive comment on social media, in real life, how did you feel? How did that make you feel? How did it feel when someone celebrated your accomplishment, your graduation, your first job? How did you feel? That feeling is what every single human being wants to feel. And if you can give that to someone else, you won't have the need to be envious, to be jealous, to compare yourself with them or others, because you're celebrating them. You're recognizing, hey, great job, or you're a talented person, or you're an inspirational person. You made me feel better about who I am. Thank you. And I feel nowadays it is so critical, especially what's going on, that we all show a little bit of gratitude, that we all show a little bit of celebration of one another, and not be so conceited and not think about ourselves. That's why the world is so angry. That's why there's so much going on, so much corruption, is because we're always thinking about what makes us better. It's how can we improve someone else's life? How can we make someone else's life feel better? And the first place to start is to tell them, you're doing a great job, or you're on the right track. Thank you again, guys, for joining me on another Corner Talks. I really hope my discussion on how not to compare yourself with others has really helped you, has really made you more aware of the possibilities. I've been in that rut. I've been in that feeling. This is something that I wanted to discuss with you for a long time. This is something that we all struggle with, especially if you're a creative, that need, that feeling of just comparing yourself with others, just looking at their lives and their talents and contributions and thinking, am I good enough? Can I do that? Can I get to that point? And I'm here to tell you, focus on yourself. When you focus on what you can accomplish, embrace the idea of gratitude. You have so much to give. You have so much to offer. And why compare yourself with someone else's life when you don't even know them? Why compare yourself with someone that is going through something maybe that you can't even compare with? I find the best way to overcome all these feelings is to compare yourself with yesterday. Compare how you were yesterday. And if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I was much better than I was yesterday, then you're already winning. If you agree or disagree with what I had to say in this video, please leave your comments down below. I always love seeing your thoughts. Also, if you enjoy this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care, and I'll see you soon.